Okay. Welcome all venerables and all master participate in our group named English speaking group tonight. Today is Monday, 6th September and 2021. Firstly, I pay homage to Triple Champ, dear Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Then I respect to all Fante and hello to all master here. Secondly, I would like to introduce our topic tonight as I am a Buddhist. There are 6 questions tonight. As the first, according to you, what is Buddhism? And the second, why do you follow Buddhism? And the third, what did you learn from? 4, what is the meaning of the Buddha's teaching? 5, what is the final goal for Buddhists who follows Buddhism? And 6, what do you want after this life? And now, I want to ask someone, invite everyone. According to you, what is Buddhism? I want to invite Master Sona.
Okay. Thank you, Pante. Before I start, I would like to pay my homage to the tribal gem and pay my high respect to all venerables in our group and say hello to everyone. Yes, for the question, what is Buddhism? Yes, you know, the word Buddhism comes from the word Buddhi, which means to wake up. Thus, Buddhism is a philosophy of awakening, and it has the origins from the experience from a man named Buddha, named Siddhartha Gautama, and his himself perfected to achieve the enlightenment. Yes, so I can say that Buddhism is the philosophy of awakening, but not just a philosophy, it's a supreme philosophy. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your opinion. And I want to ask someone, have any question, ask him. Everyone has any question, ask him. And now I want to invite Master Ben. According to you, what is Buddhism? Yes.
Okay. As Mr. Sona says, the Buddha is a kind of religion that we follow the Buddha teachings. That's Buddha teaching about how to wake up, how to stay in line, how to stay in peace, in life. So it's different from the other religions in other words. In other words, there's a lot of many kind of religion, but that also believe to God is but our different Buddhism is religion that the Buddha teach us to believe by ourselves before we believe other one. We have to study clearly about the cause, and then we have to decide by ourselves. We don't also just listen from other one and follow them. And the Buddha, the first Buddhism is one path, is one religion, but and then more later now up to now we had a lot of kind of Buddhist branch, like we call Mahayana, Vajrayana, and Theravada. So now we find maybe over 10 branches of Buddhism. But we can see easily that's Mahayana, that's come from India, Sri Lanka, especially from China and Vietnam. That's some kind of Mahayana Buddhism. And in South Vietnam, like Cambodia, Thailand, some other country, they follow the Theravada, like Khmer, especially in Cambodia and Thailand. So they follow the Theravada branch. And some other, also in our country, we have become we have to some of some so many years later, many years ago, before we follow the Theravada, our old people also follow the Vajrayana of Buddhism. So that's, I think, everyone can you can learn more about Buddhism, and we can, after we learn about the Buddhism clearly, we consider in our country some kind of way to worship the Buddha is have a little the same with Hinduism, and someone think that is Hinduism, but it's not. It's just Buddha Vajrayana. And thank you.
Thank you for your idea. Anyone have any question as to him? If not, I want to more invite Mr. Sutong. What is Buddhism from your opinion? What is Buddhism? according to
Yeah.
you?
Hello, Pante. Hello, everyone. The question one, what is the Buddhism? I think the Buddhism is a part of practice. Buddhism is the enlightenment. I can say Khmer, Trạc Đừng, and Vietnam giác ngộ. I can see know Buddhism about it. Right.
Do you have any addition, Sutong?
Yes.
Any addition? Or more?
More.
What else?
Yes. The Buddha Dhamma teaching all people good life and take off the mind. The Buddhism take all people do not believe in anything. Do not you can read the book religion, the Buddha, God, and the other, and do not believe in the do not believe in anything, but you study, you know, you see, that's good. So there are trong giải lý tha.
Okay.
Yeah. Trong giải lý tha dừng cầm chừa bên tay dừng xa cái người họ dừng dò do not believe anything, but
before we believe, you should study.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
You study.
Okay. And now, anyone have any question asked to him? If not, I want to know more to Thái Cương. Do you think about what is Buddhism?
Hello, Fante, and hello, everyone. For me, Buddhism is that's what a religion to on the world. Buddhism is a faith that were founded by Siddhartha Gautama more than 2,500 years ago in India. Buddhism teach everyone to do everything Buddhism is a reason of faith. So like Dirichi, I think I can speak about it. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Thái Cương. And I want to move level man this series. According to you, what is Buddhism?
Yes, thank you for your asking. First, pay homage to our venerable and good evening. Sorry for my narrow minded because I don't have a lot of knowledge in the Buddhism. But according to me, Buddhism is Buddha teaching. They see the religion of the Buddha and believe in the cultures and the ethic. It means the Buddha teach on the Buddhist, never depend on or pray for anything. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That is very clearly. Thank you. Now I want to move to ask monk. Does it the son of the Buddha? So the first one I want to ask Phante Sönrien. According to you, what is Buddhism?
Yes, thank you so much for asking me. So firstly, I would like to homage to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, and say hello to everyone here. The question is, what is Buddhism? As we know, Buddhism is very important for Buddhism. We have to know the origin of Buddhism. We have to know information from this section. So like for more than 2,500 years, the religion we know today as Buddhism has been the primary inspiration, inspiration behind many successful civilizations, and the source of great cultural achievements, and a lasting and meaningful guide to the very purpose of life for millions of people in the world. Today, when we want to know amount of a person, so large numbers of men or women, and women from diverse backgrounds throughout our world. They are following the teachings of the Buddha. Why we want to know about this section? Because we want to make the question is, who was the Buddha and what are his teachings? So who was the Buddha? The Buddha is the man who was to become the Buddha, was born Siddhartha. Siddhartha means around 2,600 years ago. So like the prince of as a prince of small territory. Territory is mean border between India and Nepal. Although he was raised in the splendid comfort, and he not happy because it's not enough for him. So that's why at the age of 29, he left palace and family to find or to search for a deeper meaning as Dhamma in the secluded forest, or he went to remote mountains up in that time is up north India, I think, and he studied under the wireless religious master or religious master and philosophers to only, I think, after he studied, but they cannot to offer more and more for him, but he can understand and he can understand everything, but it's not enough, and then he had to practice himself with the path of self, we say mortification, and taking that practice to extreme of asceticism, asceticism, but still it's not available. It's not available. What is I said here, because when we want to know what is the Buddhism, we have to explain. When we have foreigners come into our country, this Buddhist country, we have to explain to them clearly. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Phante Sangrin, and about to move to invite Phante Thanh Bánh. How about you? What is Buddhism?
Yes, thank you for inviting. The first, I respect all venerable and hello everyone. To me, Buddhism is the teachings or advice of the Buddha. Yes, the name Buddhism comes from the word Bodhi, which means to wake up. And Buddhism is the philosophy of awakening. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. You are very solid. And I want to move as to invite Mr. Chins. What is Buddhism?
Yes. Thank you for inviting me. The first respect on vulnerable. In my opinion, Buddhism is good leaders on the world. We can know through the teaching of Buddhas, and then can help people know important about causes and effect. That's a teaching of the Buddhas. This on good my idea.
Thank you for your idea and your opinion. And now I want to move to invite Master Thante Kieng Tam. And how about you? What is Buddhism according to you? Are you busy?
Chat me a little bit. Wait for me.
Okay, and now I want to ask Kirinda, are you finished? Kirinda, are you finished? Okay, and now more to Kieng Tam, and now you can answer.
Yes, thank you
Okay.
for your inviting me. And the first I answer this question. I pay homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and I respect all venerable here. And I say hello, everyone. I heard that what is the Buddhism? Follow me. I answer that the Buddhism is the path of life. The path of life. Because the Buddhism is the path of life and let you to enlighten. If you practice the right way, what is the Buddha's teaching? But the path of life in Malay, they can call Athankikama. Athankikama. The eightfold path in Buddhism. Right understanding, right thought, right speech, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration or right meditation. I think that if you practice the eightfold path in Buddhism clearly, you will achieve to enlightenment or enlightened one in the world. You will overcome every suffering in life. My idea is like that.
Thank you for your idea. You are clearly. Yes.
Yes.
I want to summarize this question. Oh,
I want to ask him
please.
one question.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Venerable Tam,
yes.
Do you want to
teacher?
become a Buddha in the future? Do you want to become a Buddha?
Yes.
A Buddha in the future.
Follow me. I am a Buddhism. What I learned the Buddha's teaching because I want to be enlightened in the future. I want to become enlightenment to overcome every suffering in life. I don't want to vừa cả vừa slap ông lên nhà mấy được.
Refrain from suffering.
Yes, thank you. That is my answer.
Yes, thank you for your answer. And anyone has any question? If not, I want to summarize the question according to everyone. Buddhism is a person who wake up, who enlightened one. Buddhism is philosophy, religion. Buddhism is a person was born in the Nepal, border with India, and his teaching does the Dharma, does he also called Buddhism. And now I want to move to the second question. Why do you follow Buddhism? The first, I want to ask Thầy Bấn, Thân Tế, why do you follow Buddhism?
Yes, thank you.
About this question, I never think about that. Yes. When I was a child, I don't know what is Buddhism. I only know the monks and lay people. Yes, and until I had understanding, I also don't know what is Buddhism. I think most Khmer people follow Buddhism is tradition. Yes, uh, I and they don't know what is Buddhism. If I and they don't learn, don't listen, don't come with people who know about Buddhism, I will don't know about that. And I follow Buddhism the first by custom, yes, or tradition. Because before I come among, I also don't know. And after learning about Buddhist teaching, I should know follow Buddhism has many benefits. Yes.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
your opinion. And I want to move and invite Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben, why do you follow Buddhism?
Thank you, Pante. And this question, I want to tell about our old people like grandparents or parents. When everyone, especially in Khmer people, who when we was born in the Buddhist family, and we have a certificate of birth, we has wrote the in the certificate that we are the Buddhism already. But nowadays, the government is not allowed to put the religion in the certificate of birth. So when I was child, after I was born, my family they put me into the Buddhism already, and after I grow up, I know that I am a Buddhist. Of course, at that time I don't know what is the Buddhism and why I follow the Buddhism. I don't know. But after I a little grow up and I have to study about the Buddhism and the study about Khmer culture. So our teacher, my teacher, they told a lot about Buddhism, and I know clearly about the reason why we have to follow Buddhism. Especially we study in Buddhist school, so we have studied a lot of reason why the Buddhism improve in all over the world. So if everybody, especially the Buddhists, they study clearly about the history of the Buddha and Buddhism, so they know why they are follow the Buddhism. That's also my reason to follow the Buddhism. Thank you.
Thank you for your idea. It's very clearly according to everyone, as Mr. Ben and Thante Tacheng Ben. Sometimes we just was born, and sometimes we become time when go to study, like go to pagoda, and we study more and study a lot of Buddhism, so we can see clearly about the Buddhism. So I want to summarize about that, and I want to move the from I want to ask King Runda, are you finished, King Runda?
Sorry,
Are you
Phante.
here?
Before
Yes.
move to the third question, I want to ask anyone
Yes.
why our parents or our grandparents they put their child in the certificate birth that we are the Buddhist. When anyone can answer.
Okay, now everyone can answer your question. I want to invite Phante, Sengrin.
Okay. For question 3, right?
Yes.
No,
Question three.
it's
Okay.
not for question 3. It's my question.
Sorry.
I want to ask
Yes.
reason why our parents put us to be a Buddhist when we were born.
Can you repeat again?
As you know,
repeat
when
again?
you were born, your parents write in the certificate of birth that you are a Buddhist, right?
I have some problem here.
Yeah.
Can you repeat again?
When everyone, especially Khmer people, was born,
Okay.
and your parents said that you are a Buddhist already when you are a child, but they ask you to be a Buddhist. So why they do that?
Okay. That's a good question. Because when we was born, we don't know everything. But when we grow up, so our parents said that if you want to become a Buddhist, or do you want to become a Buddhist? Because Buddhism is very important for everybody, and they have to advise their children to follow the Buddhism, and they know Buddhism can be very can be the main religious in the world, and it can make their children to become a good person in the future. So like everyone here. So when we was young, when we was a kid, that's also we have to listen to our parents, mother or father, and when we become a Buddhist, and we have to get many opportunity to practice in Buddhism, practice the Dhamma of the Buddha teachings. Yes, that's all.
Yeah, thank you, Pante. You think that our parents want us to be a good person in Buddhism. So how about Mr. Sona? As you know, nowadays the law is not allow we do that. So why our parents did when we are young, when we were young?
Okay. I totally respect Miss Phante Seungrin idea, and I would like to add more my opinion in this question. According to me, I think Buddhist Khmer people have been following Buddhism for many centuries, and so their culture as well as their custom, yes, has been affected from the Buddha's teaching for very long time. So it's very hard for them to let their children to follow another religion. It's so hard to live together in a family. And like Phante Seungrin said, the purpose of the parents who put their children to be a Buddhist is to teach or to let the opportunity to their children to become a kind person in the future when they grow up. And I think that this is true, and the children also have to follow our culture, yes, our culture, our custom, and so it's yes, it's easier to let them to become a Buddhist so that they can learn or they can maintain our culture as well as our identity. Yes, okay.
Okay, I think your answer and Phante are good, and but I want to add more information why our parents do that, because we know the slogan of Cambodia. The slogan of Cambodia is nation, religion, and king. So when people was born, they follow any religion, they put that religion into the certificate of birth. Do you agree that? Okay, thank you. And Phante, can you continue move to the second and the third question? Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your ideas. Now we move to the third question. What did you learn from Buddhism? And now I want to ask and why Master Randa King. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. I have a question for you. What did you learn from Buddhism?
Yeah. I'm sorry because everyone today I went to the field until evening. I should finish my dinner. I'm here. Yeah. Ask me question if me. Yeah.
Okay, and now I will move to sorry, what did you say now?
I me question if you like me. Yeah. Yeah, hear me?
Can
Yeah,
you
Repeat.
answer the third question? What do you learn about the Buddhism?
Yes. What did you learn from Buddhism?
Yeah. What did you learn? Yeah. What did you learn from? Yeah.
Excuse me, it's an example. If you are a Buddhist, what do you learn from Buddhism? Like you go to pagoda, like you go to listen to Dhamma talk in other people house. So what did you learn from about the Buddhism in your life?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for your question for me. Yeah, I learned I just the monk of the Buddha, Buddhist. Yeah, I learned this the history of the Buddha. I learned this the history of the opulence, and I learned the Dhamma of the Buddha. The two I learned to me text to from the mean, and I learned to talking myself to example. No, I how to give. Yeah. No, I how to give. No, I clearly the law of karma. Cảm. Yeah. Natural law. Natural law. Or ច្បាប់ធម្មជាតិ. Yeah. I knowing of the true list, the freedom is a way to liberate suffering. Yeah, that's all. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your opinion. And the same question I want to ask and invite Master Sutong. What did you learn from Buddhism?
Yes, thank you for your answer. What did you learn? What did you learn from Buddhism? I learned the Buddhism. The Buddhism answer all the important question in life, and when you find out anything that with reason and it learn from Buddhism.
Yes, you learn from about the Buddhism. Yes, example, what you go to listen Dhamma talk every morning, like the Dhamma the teacher, like the monk, they are said everything is impermanent. That is also learned from the Buddhism. Yes. I just example to you. Do you have any idea, Mr. Sutong?
Yes, I learned from listen to Dhamma and listen to sorry, my friend called to me.
Yes. Okay. And now I want to move to Pante Cheng. I think you asked, will make this question clearly. The same question that what did you learn from about Buddhism?
Okay. I study many Buddhism, such as in important Dhamma, because I think Dhamma they can Dhamma can have a real life for people a good life. I think Dhamma very important for people have other world can teaching learning Dhamma talk Buddhism. My idea.
Thank you for your idea. I want to conclude the question number 3. That's for according to Irenda, he learned from Buddhism that is the law of karma, the Buddhism that is the natural, the Buddhism that is the teaching of the Buddha. And so now we move to question number 4 because the time is very short. So we move to question number 4. What is the meaning of Buddha's teaching? Now I want to ask and invite Master Thai Kương. What is the meaning of Buddha's teaching?
You're asking me what is the main of Buddha teaching? When I children Khmer in monastery, the teacher, my teacher said at the teaching Buddha healthy and one not to do any evil, balay sapapasa karanang chú to keep very one mind kusalaso pasampatia chi make sure chi to cut why good my knowledge I think Mr. Suna, can you help me?
Yeah, thank you, Thai Kương. And now I want to invite because Thai Kương asked for your help.
Okay.
Bye Suna. Okay, yes. Master.
Yes.
Ask him. Okay, now the same question.
Yes, I have the same idea with Brother Thai Kương. Yes, all the Buddha's teaching can be divided into 3 parts. Yes, like Mr. Thai Kương have just said, the first part is the Buddha counsel all Buddhists resolve to resist from evil. Yes. Try to avoid from doing evil. And the second part is try to do merit, or we can call try to do wholesome karma. And the third part is try to purify our mind. Yes, that is the core of Buddha teaching. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for Master Suna. And I want to more taking Tam. How about you? What is the main of Buddha's teaching?
Yes, this question. This question: what is the main of the Buddha's teaching? Yes, I think that the main of the Buddhist teaching has three things. The three important things. We can call pariyate. Pariyate is learning. The Buddha, the Buddha let the person and talk Dhamma for lay people. The Buddha talk about pariyate, or learning, English learning, Malay pariyate. The pariyate have a treating like a morality. You have to understand, have to learn clearly about morality. You put a question and answer by yourself what is the morality. After that, you find out about develop the morality clearly, like a right understanding, a right speak, or right action I talked before. And after that, you learn morality. After that, you develop meditation. You develop meditation, and meditation is not you don't need to go the quiet place, because you can believe you can develop every place. Like you meet a difficult problem in life, you have to develop meditation. You choose quiet. You don't get angry. You don't angry, and you have to choose other problem by yourself. And after that, you have to develop your wisdom. You think what is wrong, what is right in your life. The second padibate, Malay called padibate. English is the practice. You learn clearly about the morality, meditation, and wisdom. After that, you practice the right way to enlighten. And the third Malay called padiveta. English realization. Realization is the nepyana. You see clearly about the suffering or happiness in life. We can call Arya Satya. You can enlightenment by yourself. I think that the Buddha's teaching, the mainly of the Buddhist thing, have a three important thing, like morality, learning, practice, and realization like this.
Thank you for your idea, Mante Kieng Tam. Are there any supporting for the question?
Yes.
Mr. Ben or oh?
Yeah. According to me,
yes.
The main of the Buddha teaching is how to live in the world. Because why I say that? Because I recognize that the Buddha has taught us a lot of way to live, like teach our how to support the family, how to kind to parents, how to kind to teacher, how to kind to husband, wife, children, and student, and teach us how to save in earn money, how to spend our money, etc. So I think the Buddha taught us a lot and many way that we are how to use to live in a good life in our world. That's my idea.
Yes, thank you for your supporting. Anyone? Well, for supporting the question because it's very deeply.
Okay, I have some idea
now,
for this question, please.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to share my idea in this question because the question is very important for everyone. As you know, before in the past, and our great teachers, the great teacher as the Buddha. What is the Buddha teach? What is the Buddha taught? You know, the Buddha taught is natural thing, or nature, or the Dhamma, or Dhamma. Why we have to study the Dhamma? Because the Dhamma makes us refrain from suffering. And how to refrain from suffering? We have to know the origin of this question. We have to study about the four noble truths. The four noble truths. So like we have dukkha, right? Dukkha. Dukkha is mean suffering. Dukkha is mean suffering. Because that's all forms of being human, being human and otherwise, and are affected with suffering. We have to know it. And the second one, samudaya. Second one is samudaya. Samudaya is mean when we that is the cause of this suffering. That is the cause is suffering. We say craving, and born of illusion of the soul. So anatta. We have to know that. And the third one we have nirodha, right? Nirodha Dhamma. Nirodha Dhamma is mean that is the suffering has a lasting end, in the experience of enlightenment, or we call nibbana. And we can say that is the complete letting go, everything, letting go of the illusion of the soul, and all consequence results a wisdom. And the fourth one is Makha. Makha is very important. That is peaceful and blissful enlightenment. Its achievement achieved through a gradual training, or a path with it called the middle way, the middle way, or we call the eightfold path. Why I say what I want to say to the Four Noble Path, or to the Four Noble Truths, because it's a man of the Buddha teaching in the world. If everyone else had to know about the Buddhism, we have to study this session, and after that we can study from the Buddha's history. The Buddha history it shows us about how to become Arahanta, how to become the first Arahanta, the second Arahanta. How to become Arahanta, or how to become a great man. When we enlighten to refrain from three factors, Sangyojana, the three factors. The three factors, we have to refrain them, and we become enlightened. Here. It's very important for everyone else. So like the monk nowadays. So when we had to ask ourselves why we want to become a monk, and what is we have to study. I think everything I said is very important for everyone to know and practice more and more. Okay. This is my answer.
Yes, I have a question for Master. I heard that you talk about the Buddha's teaching, like the nature thing, or the natural law. Could you help me for some example? Talk about the natural law for everyone here. Understand clearly.
Right. Okay. Natural, when we say about the nature,
yes.
Nature is mean everything happen. Everything happen for everyone. Like when we're suffering, it is a nature. It is a natural thing. Yeah, it's suffering. And or happiness, it is a natural thing also.
Yes, but could you tell me about your feeling when you feel
myself?
suffering in your life?
in myself.
Could you tell me about your suffering?
Okay. My
in
suffering
your
is
life?
when we angry. When we're angry, we don't have to speak more to speak with another person. When we angry, right? And then we have to refrain it. Refrain it. Refrain is kept, it's kept or refrain. Refrain from it. Because that is very bad for us. When we angry, we like the ghost.
Yes.
We look like
so you
ghost.
have you ever hit someone when you get angry?
We have to control our mind. We have to control our mind when someone hurt us. When someone hurt us,
Yes.
Like I said, why you don't have why do you don't to study right now? But
Yes.
anyone else, right now they don't have to study. They have to take rest. Take rest. They don't have to study. So like that, we get angry. We get angry and say, in the same time, we have to control our mind. It's clearly.
Yes, it's a good idea. You can control your mind, but sometimes I cannot control myself.
You have to practice more.
Yes, thank you. Your answer.
Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Rana, can you answer the fourth question?
Because I like the question much. Yeah, I think the Buddha had talked about clearly the 4,000 of the Dhamma Khan. Yeah, but if we talk in short, yeah, the essence of the Buddha teaching is the one we can talk sabapa akaranang, do not do any view, yeah, mình ơi thuộc bạp tăng phuong, yeah, the two kusala sampatia, yeah, talk in lit try to do good deeds พยายามทำอำเภออทั้งปวง yeah the three we can talk สัจตะประโยชน์ปนัง yeah ចម្រាស់ចិត្តឲ្យល្អផុសផង់ talk in it clear your head to be beautiful because I really like the Buddha teaching because there's a teaching how make me like more meaningful. Yeah, I very like. Yeah, thank you. This my idea. Yeah.
Okay, Pante Pakte words go out. So thank you for the fourth question. If you don't have any more about the question number 4, we move to the question number 5. What is the final goal of Buddhist, or we call follower? So this can, I think, Mr. Suna, can you something about the final goal of the Buddhist?
Okay. As we know, the final goal of Buddhism is different from the final goal of the other religions. Yes, the final or the ultimate goal of Buddhism is to liberate, yes, liberate, or to end all sufferings, yes, and we call that nirvana, yes, yes, nirvana. To achieve nirvana, for lay people, we have to practice 3 things. Dana means, yes, dana means giving. Yes, you giving something to the others. Because this is this is a good deed that the lay people have to do. And the second is bhavana. Yes, bhavana. Oh no, morality. Yes, the second is morality. They have to keep 5 precepts or 8 precepts, because the morality is the foundation to practice or to go to the next step. Yes, the third one, for lay people to practice is bhavana, and bhavana is to purify our mind. And for the Buddhist monk, the Buddha also counsel them to practice the another 3 paths, but a little bit different from lay people. The first one is morality, and the morality of Buddhist monk is more elaborate than the morality of lay people. And the second one that Buddhist monk have to practice is samadhi. Yes, samadhi means concentration. Yes. So the duty of Buddhist monk is to after he practice or keep morality well, the next step he has to do is to practice meditation. So when he practice meditation, he go to the first step that is called panya. Yes, and in English we call wisdom. So after practice these 3 paths, the Buddhist monk can reach or achieve the final goal of our Buddhism, and we call nirvana. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your opinion very clearly. And now I want to go. We move to the final question. What do you want after this slide? Because unfortunately we are very short time because it's the time is out. Now we go to the seat. What do you want after this slide? I want to ask Master Sutong, what do you want after this slide?
I answer the question 6. What do you want after this slide? The after this slide, I don't know, but I has a the question, do you want your future? You look at the present. I think I good work do and good I think I would lie and good work and the present you will be good me. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for your opinion, because for the question we don't have any as more addition, because if we want to go to the another life or afterlife, we should die. Yes, we should die in this life. So I want to move and ask after taking time, what do you want after this life? A short question.
Yes,
yes, short
thank
question.
you.
What do you want?
Yes, thank you. Your question. My idea like Mr. Sufong. I don't know the future life. I think that if we are Buddhist, who also can enlighten to every suffering in life. But I heard a question the Buddha talk like this. The Buddha doesn't like the Buddha teach like people. The Buddha teach like people doesn't think in the future, but the Buddha teach for like people learn clearly in the present and practice the right way to enlighten, and noting the future or noting the past. The past is experience, and the present is the word or it's the thing you have to practice, and the future you don't know. The future we have to die. I think my idea like this.
Yes, thank you. I think all venerable and all Pante will go to Nirvana. Yeah, Nirvana in the future. So I want to ask the layman, and I want to ask Master Ben, what do you want after this slide?
Yeah, thank you. As you know, everyone, we can't know clearly about after this life where we will go. So, of course, we don't know where we will go and what we will to be in the next future life. We are the Buddhists. We believe that we have the next life after this life, but we can't know clearly about that. So we now just do anything we can to support our life to be better, and don't be make the broken rule of the Buddhism, of the Buddhist rule. We try a lot to be don't try not to don't broken the don't break the rule. So and we can study any time or anywhere that we can to learn clearly and deeply about the Buddha's past, to make our life to be better now and in the future. Thank you.
Thank you for your opinion. I want to summarize the question because everyone don't know after this slide we become, because as the Milinda Pengha, as the Milin King, the King Milinda asked to Nagasena, do you Fante rebirth and Nagasena answer, if I have attachment, I still have an attachment as the Upadana as the Upadian, I will rebirth. And so if we at the Master Sutong, we want to know about the future, we should look at the present. So that's the I want to summarize question number 6. And now, unfortunately, we are running short of time. We have to leave us another time. Today, I think I have a lot of problem, especially that's about the internet. So where the work is out, and so please pardon me if I have a problem or some action is rude to everyone. And finally, may you all happiness, peace, and successful in your way. That's the I want to close this meeting in our group tonight. We can chat together.
Just wait.
Yes.
Just wait a moment. For questions, I want to share some idea in this question.
Yes, welcome.
Okay. You asked what do you want after this life?
Yes.
In this life, so even though we don't know where we have to rebirth in the future life, but normally we study Buddha's history, or we we can when we practice or practice the Dhamma, and we know what we have to practice in this life. This life is mean we have to live with the Dhamma. If we live with the Dhamma and we don't afraid of or we don't worry where we have to rebirth in the future life, because the Buddha teaching said, he said the middle way or the eight fold path. This is very important. So like we when we speak, when we do everything, we have to practice, focus on them. We have to right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and the last one is right concentration. When we say when we talk about the middle way, because everybody know that some people they don't understand about the Buddhism, what is the Buddha taught. The Buddha advise us to follow Buddhism, to practice the first one, the Four Noble Truths, and one more important thing is the Eighth Noble Path. It's very important. Yeah, and we practice this very clearly, and that's it. The reason is in the future life we don't get bad thing. we only get the good thing, and we only to live or to rebirth in the good place or in a good family. Yeah. Okay. That's all.
Yes. Sorry. Let me a question. I want to ask Master. I heard that the Master talk about the middle path in Buddhism, but I want to you help me answer this question. How to develop the right concentration in Buddhism?
Concentration is in Pali. It means sama samadhi, right? Sama samadhi.
Yeah, that's right.
Sama samadhi, when we normally we are talking, or we are to do everything. When we do, we have to know. We have to get to use our mindfulness, sati sampajanya, our mindfulness, and the sampajanya this means right concentration or concentration. My sampajanya. Why I say about that? Because when we study or when we do everything, if we don't have mindfulness or concentration, maybe it's everything we have to do wrong thing, everything broken. That's this answer.
Yes, thank you for your answer. It's very good and meaningful.
Thank you for everyone. Okay. Now we want to talk about if everyone have any question, we can talk about it.
I have question for Ponte MC.
Yes.
Yeah. I like Mr. Ponte MC because Mr. MC is speaking very well. Yeah. Now tell me if you have do you wish do you wish to be in the next lands with the theory of Buddhism? Yeah. Speak ខ្មែរបើសិនជាយើងប្រាថ្នាជាក្រោយជាងវាខុសច្បាប់ធម្មជាតិរបស់ច្បាប់ប្រទេសបាទ Yeah.
No, I think because that's the about we want, that's the about we suffering. But sometimes we want that's the good. It's not bad. I example, if you want to go to the another life, you want to be a king, you want to be a richer, it's not wrong with the Buddhist way. But if you live or you rebirth in 3 worlds, as the Kama Pop, Rupa Pop, then Arupa Pop, you be reborn day after day, birth after death, and they call samsara. So the man of the Buddha's teaching, he wants to everyone escape this session or defeat suffering, go to nirvana or escape, because it you want your suffering. As I say, if I have an attachment, that's the upatana. Upatana must mean I want to see my body, I'm good, I'm handsome, and so after life I want I handsome again, and so that's the rebirth. Sometime it's like you go in the house or you do the good deed, but after life you forget everything. You don't follow, you aren't a Buddhist, you become another religion. There, does it you will be does it called samsara? So for me, we should or we have to phrase or wish to nirvana or escape the suffering. That is my answer. Yeah.
I have a question for MC. I heard that you all Buddhist and you are a monk in monastery. Why
Yes.
you don't to become a Buddha?
Sorry.
Why you don't to become a Buddha?
I think after we don't become a Buddha or we don't become another people, it's not important. Example, after you don't, you're not a Buddha, but you can arahantaship. Arahantaship meaning also can escape the suffering like the Buddha. Yes, arahantaship also that. Yes, yes, that's my answer.
But I think that the Buddha or the Arahata Savaka enlighten about the Four Noble Truths in life, like the core the core of suffering, the cessation of suffering, or the path leading to the cessation of suffering like this. Savaka we can call the Buddha, but only build a short term more than the Buddha.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Do you know short term? If you
No.
want to be Arahanta Savaka,
Yes.
you have to build a short term more than
Short
the
term.
Buddha.
Short term,
Yes.
does it the short term? Yes, yes, I know.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for your answer.
Yes. Thank you for your answer. I thought if we can think everyone also want to be a Buddha or a Arahantaship, Arahant, anyone that's a Bodhisattva. But I thought like Mahayana, that's Mr. Ben, he said Mahayana, they don't want to be Arahantaship, he don't want to be the Buddha. He want to go to the Sukhavati, that's the peace land. Sukhavati or Apasara Mahaprama. Apasara means Wang Am Thieng. Yes, he want to become or he want to rebirth Islam because he think in there are a lot of lotus, there are a lot of music, no suffering, there are a lot of food, of milk, of dancer, of women. So Mahayana, they are wish go to rebirth then. Yeah, there are many kinds, there are many ways. But for Theravada, only one, that's the nirvana, meaning cessation of suffering. Yes, that's my idea. Yes.
Okay, I have a question for you now.
Yes.
I think that you learn about the Buddha's teaching or Dhamma, but when you meet difficult problem in life or when you get angry, what will you do?
I think the firstly, I want to solve the angry. Angry, where's it from? Does it from outside? But inside that is your mind. Yes, you can control your mind. You don't talk any word. You can keep in the mind. After then, your anger like the fire, it will be a little bit will be fire.
Yes.
A little bit, and then out of anger. Yes, like the weather or the sunshine. when it's time to go to for you work or you walk on the after sunset, and like also very hot, but for the anger it's very hot. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
for the
have a
next,
next. Yes, I have a next question. You
Yeah.
can answer short a bit for the next question and ask you.
Yeah.
I heard that you control yourself when you get angry, but what Dhamma make you don't angry?
Sorry.
Which Dhamma make you don't angry, or you get angry out in your mind?
I think it's kanti.
Yes, content, patient,
Yeah.
patient.
Yeah, patient.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Patient, if we translate to Vietnamese là gì? The sickness, bệnh nhân.
Yes.
Patient. Yes.
Why do you go out to relax when you get angry? Or you choose a patient to practice and develop your mind?
You should practice meditation. You will know.
Yes.
Yeah. Every action.
Yes.
Does everyone? I think everyone misunderstand about meditation. Meditation does it? Although you walk, you speak, you think, you sit together about the mind and the matter. Does it name the group? Does it walk together? Does it only easily? But we can say, oh, everything is difficult. Yeah.
Yes, thank you for your answer. Thank you.